Good evening and welcome to this Shiro Coffee Chat Short. I am Melissa Farmer Hill, a retired Army veteran and founder of the Shiro Coffee Club, where our mission is to keep the world caffeinated and women veterans celebrated. I also host the Shiro Coffee Chat, which airs right here at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time on Sunday. So hey, if you happen to be in the neighborhood on Sunday, check us out online. Now, this next topic, I know this is not the most exciting topic for your Shiro Coffee Chat Short, but trust me, it's an important topic. California. Yes, and we're still praying and supporting everyone in California, but they just dropped a huge policy move a couple of days ago. So we all know about those devastating wildfires, but what they did was the state put a 1 year moratorium on insurance companies that are canceling homeowners policies in the fire areas. It's crazy. And for those who are in the dark on what a moratorium is, basically a moratorium is just places a temporary pause or a freeze on something, and that's all they did. So in this case, it means insurance companies are not allowed to cancel or refuse to renew homeowners policies in certain areas in California. I don't know if they declared it for the entire state, but definitely the state in the areas where the fires are happening. I mean, so this is going to run for a 1 year period. Yep, a 1 year period, and it's a shame that they had to do that because just think about it. Insurance companies were literally pulling out, trying to leave homeowners without coverage, right exactly when they need you the most. When the homeowner needs you the most, you're ready to pull out. So, what I just want to do is just to let you know, hey, I'm on your six to tell homeowners, not future homeowners, but current homeowners, let this be a wake up call to you. As these natural disasters become more frequent and severe, whether it's hurricanes or fires or flood or whatever the case is, let this be a wake up call for you across the United States, because you know what they're doing right now. These insurance companies, they're reassessing the risks. Yep, they're reassessing the risks, which of course could mean higher premiums, stricter policies, and you can even have, reduced or non-coverage in certain areas. Because remember, if you remember about, I want to say 6 months to a year, don't quote me on that, but insurance companies were pulling out of California. And so I'm glad, the state did something. They stood up, they put that moratorium up. But what does that mean for all the other homeowners that are not in California? So just be careful, because it could mean higher premiums for us. It could mean stricter policy or even no coverage in some areas. But here is the silver lining. It's not too shiny. The silver lining is not too shiny, but at least you know. So, this is a chance to get ahead of the curve. We have to start paying attention and minding our business in all areas. Areas you thought, you think I got car insurance, you're covered. I got homeowners insurance, you're covered. I got business insurance. I mean, it's time for us to start looking to see what's inside that policy. Yep, your own policy. You want to make sure that you just keep your home disaster ready and always advocate. It's that time, y'all. We have to advocate for fair policies in our state, whatever state you're in. It's time to put our politicians to work. And I came up with some questions that you can ask your politician. And so the first question is, excuse me, Mr. or Miss Politician, what is your plan to protect the homeowners in this state to prevent rising insurance premiums? Because you best believe they're assessing all of the risk and figuring out, well, how can we pass it on to our consumers? So it's time for, just like the state of California did that, it's time for us to get ahead of the curve. So start asking your politicians, given what happened in California, what steps are being taken for us to ensure that, insurance companies don't pull out of certain areas when something happens. It's 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 a shame, but these are the questions that we have to ask. We have to start looking over our own policies, because these people are not playing. And you know what? They want one thing: money. And if I don't have to do it, I won't do it. I got a question. Am I in good hands with Allstate? Are you? Are you? So we got to pull our head out of our third point of contact when it comes to these elected officials and start asking questions, start getting ahead of the game. And then, and if you are in California, you just happen to be looking at this. I have 1 second here. If you want to know about applying for a moratorium, you just never know. If you know someone who was impacted and they might not have the information, just go to insurance.ca.gov. That's insurance.ca.gov. And there's a phone number also. So that's 800-927-4357, 800-927-4357. And that's all I wanted to talk to you about. Again, our continued prayers and support to those out in California. Just like I said yesterday and the day before, let's keep, if you have family in California, make sure you're reaching out to them, to talk to them and contact them and make sure that they're okay. And that's it. Now, this is day 8 of my 60-day challenge. Day 7 was yesterday. And you have to watch the Shiro coffee chat. That counted as my day 7. So you have to watch actually the show. I did touch on the California fires also there too, but just I talked about it in a different light. So yes, it's time for us to just start looking over our own stuff, start asking these politicians questions, and start making them, put some work in on our behalf. All right, that is it. Always remember to keep your heart full and your coffee strong. Actually, this is tea. This is Shiro tea that's coming in 2025. And that's just the green tea. It's the green tea, and I got a little lemon and I got a little honey in it. Just, prevention doesn't hurt. All right, I'm out. Have a good one. See you tomorrow.